and I've apologised to her privately and publicly. The member for Chisholm.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister for the Environment, representing the Minister for Women. Will the Minister update the House on how the Morrison government is committed to supporting women's economic participation and security, particularly as we recover from the COVID-19 pandemic?
The Minister representing the Minister for Women.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Can I thank the member for Chisholm for her question and her keen interest actually in recycling. I was with the member for Chisholm at the Burwood Brickworks, where we launched a national battery recycling scheme, which is incredibly important, and I thank her for her leadership. Mr. Speaker, we know that women have been disproportionately impacted by this pandemic, from making up the majority of the casual and part-time workforce to working in the industries that are hardest hit by the lockdowns. However, the economy is making a comeback, and Australian women are very much part of that comeback. And I saw that confidence earlier this month when I visited the production room of Australian fashion industry leader Q, a family-owned business, to talk about sustainability and the Morrison government's $1 million grant to help the industry recycle textile and clothing waste. And nearly 80% of the 489,000 people who work in Australia's fashion industry, from product to retail, are women. And it's an industry that has a physical presence in every local shopping centre, in every town across the country. Fashion is one of the few professionally led industries dominated by women along every step of the supply chain, but it doesn't have to be the only one. As the Treasurer reminds us, there are now more women in work than there were before the pandemic began, a positive trend that I know members on all sides of the chamber acknowledge. And I'm confident, Mr. Speaker, that Australian women will continue to lead the economic recovery, especially as we hit our vaccination target rates and we start to reopen. Mr. Speaker, that recovery depends on jobs, and the Morrison government supports women's participation in the workforce in ways that suit their families, suit their circumstances and suit the pathways they choose for their lives and their vocations. The Women's Budget this year saw us announce measures from education to training, mentoring, entrepreneurship, childcare that remove barriers, that invite participation and that support women at every age and every stage of work, family and retirement. The Morrison government will continue to back the choices women make and the economic security they create for themselves and for the nation.